All right. So, is there any other comment from the floor before we proceed to individual individual, not a presentation, but individual comments on what they intend to do? So, are there anybody from the floor that want to say anything before we proceed? Okay. No comment yet. All right. So, we can commence. Then I'm thinking, like, I don't know to what point, or we don't. I know at some point we still have to revisit what we have done in the past, because everything we want to do now, moving forward, will also reflect in the knowledge and experience and what we have learned previously before now on this platform. So now I don't know if who wants to go first. Trying to speak about what the kind of science he or she wants to do. Maybe can we start with Jude? Jude, do you have any topic or something together? Okay. Okay, Musa, you want to say something? Please go ahead.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah. Can you speak up a little bit? Yeah, it's faint. Can't hear you.
Okay. How is it now? Is it better now?
If you can speak up a little more, that'll be fine.
Okay. I just want to ask a question. Since you mentioned something about maybe going back to revisit what has been done before. So the question is, maybe for us who are just joining now, if I believe there's something that has been learned, a lot has been done before we came on board. So I don't know, is there any way we can be carried along so we don't miss out? Or do we just pop in and continue from where we just met the meeting, or we just joined the group? That is my question.
Okay, thank you for the question. I think I'll just say a little bit. I'll respond to it a little bit, then I will allow the instructors to round it up. I think what I meant is that we'll be making reference to previous knowledge, and I think the basic thing to do is, since we have new people in the park, if you come across the previous knowledge and we've learned before, and we need to apply it in the present work we are doing, we can just do a little bit of talk about it, buttress on it, and extract those things that you need before the head, thereby allowing the people that just join to learn. I think that's what I would recommend at some point. But let me just allow the instructors to drop in a word or two in that regard. Number Adam, please, can you say something?
I mean, I think, Emmanuel, once everybody kind of talks about or what sort of ideas they have, then we can kind of decide whether or not the people who are just joining now, how much catch up they need to do. But it's hard to know what kind of catch up you need to do before knowing what we're going to work on.
So, Mr. Mara, did you get that? So, I think what she meant is that we let us raise our topics, things we want to defend. Then from there moving forward, we don't know how to bring in the old value to it. So, I think maybe Jude, are you good? Can you talk about what you would want to do this year? What you have in mind? Let's take note of it. See what we move from there. Everybody will say something. So, be the first on that sheet.
Good day, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. Okay. So, with regards to what Emmanuel was saying, if I got what he was saying, we need to go back to or see what we've done before, if necessary, to even catch up with them. But if we need to see what we've done before, I know we have video recording of all the things we've been doing. So we can also find the link on the Slack channel, I guess, for the YouTube uploads. So for these times, for me, I am trying to start up with my research on for my MSc program, and I think more of the things I will need, or more of the things I'm trying to focus on, trying to use doing data analysis and try to learn about Python packages like the NumPy, SciPy, and AstroPy, and then trying to learn to write a proposal, like a good research proposal and things like that. And do analysis on big data, which implies the use of all these packages. And these are the things I'm trying to focus on, but any other thing outside of these. And I also welcome, of course, but for now, these are the things I hope come up, and I will try to follow them up wholly, because they are part of the things I'm working on presently. Right? Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. We got cut off at some point. It's raining heavily here, so if you're experiencing some of these frustrations, like most of us have been far within the kind of environment. So, Amanda and Abba, please, if we get off at any point, just so that we join in and see what that's the You're having a very heavy mindset.
Nemeka, it's kind of hard to hear you. I don't know if it's the mic or what, but you sound a little like fuzzy.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think, Amanda, he's saying there is a problem with the network because of the rain, that there is presently heavy rain at Enugu, where they are right now. And we should consider in case the network fails.
Okay. Thank you, Jude.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So,
Okay,
Nemeka,
yeah, it's because of the rain. So, but I think if you can hear me now, I'll continue. We will be having frustrations because the signal is positive. We will go off and on to think about considerations. But if you can hear me, we keep on. Who's next? Who's going next? Chris, are you there?
Yes, I'm
okay,
there.
please go ahead and share what you. I didn't take notes, but I'll watch the video. Go ahead and share what you want to do.
Okay. For me, I will welcome any research that is in the field of astroparticle physics or cosmology, or rather high energy physics. But I also want to have a situation where that particular research will also be carried out, or we have a link with the telescope, we are using. So that we'll have the practical session and the theoretical parts merged. So if there is, just like Jude has said, that he's working on data analysis project, it is also a good tool to not to be too far from what each of us is working on, so that it can be, there will be this motivation or drive to get things done and dig deep into the concept of something. So I'm welcome with any topic on astroparticle physics or cosmology, or rather high energy physics. Thank you. You heard me? Hello?
Yep, thanks, Chris. I think Nemeka dropped off. Do we want to, let's wait like 2 minutes. And then if he's back, we'll continue, and if he can't get back online, we can just continue going in a circle.
I think that's a good idea.
We do need some jams, though.
Amanda, you can play us your favorite Nigerian song. Bless you.
Oh my God, I don't think you guys, I would be embarrassed. No, he's back. You saved me from having to play my favorite Nigerian song, Nemeka.
What's your favorite song?
I'm basic, and I love that like new pop song that was everywhere called Love Nwantiti.
I
See?
guess that's actually.
You
I was
guessed
thinking
it.
it's not one ticket too.
It's so good.
You've mentioned that before, so I already knew that was the song.
Okay.
Yes. So I think we can continue and with the next person on their interest. Then Nemeka, definitely since we are recording, we see all those.
That sounds good. Eugene, do you want to go next?
Okay, hi everyone once again. I've heard what Chris as well as I've heard what Chris and Chinedu have actually talked about. But I'm coming from the direction that hopefully, partly for the people that are just joining, we start gradual with the basic. So for me, I would love to start with I would love to start with working on exoplanet exoplanetary science, because that's probably what I'm kind of interested in now. And hopefully do that, and then probably go into variable star observation and data analysis. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Eugene. Peter, do you want to go next?
Hello, everyone. Good day from here. For me, the project I think we should do is something we can do with the 0.5 meter telescope we have. And for the project I have in mind at the moment is to observe variable stars or look at known exoplanets to determine the variability of the host star. And from there, we can plot a light curve for the star and get the period of the exoplanet. That's what I have in mind now.
Thanks, Peter.
Okay.
So far I'm hearing projects like time series observations with the telescope. So including like exoplanets, variable stars, asteroids, like anything that varies with time. And the other part that I'm hearing is more cosmology related, high energy, things that might be more difficult to do with the telescope, but that we might be able to do with public data sets. There's a lot of, just to give you guys like a broad idea, there's a lot of like Hubble Space Telescope imaging, and it's public for everyone to use. So there's a lot that we can, so we can do both of those things. Okay, who do I have next? Williams, is that what you would like to be called? Can you tell me what your name is?
Okay, are you hearing me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, I think like my own interest has been about data science, you know. Am I audible enough with
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, yes,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So we talk about the use of data in terms of cleaning it, interpreting it, and visualizing it. I think with that we can be able to know other things and other ways in order to do work with data. And especially here in Nigeria, data is not that easy to get. We talk about the cost of the internet and every other thing. But we can be able to learn, how to clean it and interpret it in any way, be it graph, chart, or that I think it will go a long way. Because I don't think there's anything that we do at this time of the year that does not require data. So the ability to work with it is a plus for each and every one of us. So that's what I have in mind.
It was kind of hard to hear you, but please correct me. I'm going to try to summarize back to you what you said. So just to clarify, the data that I was talking about before wasn't internet data. It was like telescope data. But you said that you would like to learn data analysis skills. Am I right? Or did I misunderstand what you said?
You're correct. You're correct on
Okay.
that. Thank
Great. Thank you.
you.
Nemeka, I kind of took over for you when you were dropping off. Do you want to continue leading?
Oh, well, Amanda, thank you so much. Listening to you people, and took me back to how it was. I'm so happy and excited. Yeah, okay, let's still we are expected for really. We are overseer, so yeah, we're all here. We just need the road. You need mind. That'd be cool. But maybe let me quickly speak to NHS. If you can hear me, hello,
Sure.
can you hear me?
We can hear
Okay.
you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So most of the things I would want us to do are really centered on what you can use the 3.5 meter telescope to do. You know, I mean, what you can do without running into too much issue. In terms of what we can do simply and get very good results. This for a start. I know I also have other telescopes that are throwing out data and you can use to work on. But I also think it is, if we can start, we can continue this year. Yes, we know that whatever thing we are bringing out is indigenous, kind of, because those other telescopes that are out there, you actually see just like process data, they just give to you, you just start making it. But if we acquire this data ourselves, I think we're going to appreciate it more. And we learn very much how to do the science as to it. So for me, I think working on exoplanets and variable stars using 0.5 meter telescope that's available to us will not only teach us how to analyze the data, how to do the instructions, and also teach us how to obtain the data. I know this is what we have been doing with that one, but I also know that some people here don't have that experience. It's not like all of us are going to learn and finish, but at least a bit of trying to remind us what to know where we pick up from them. And also, I'm looking at areas where we can get into, do some work, and we're able to go visible. Like we're able to get more people to get interested in what we are doing. That way, we can also attract funding assistance from people that are willing to be able to sustain us as long as we continue to do so. I'm interested in exoplanets, in the variable stars. I was really interested in star formation and evolution initially, but at some point it's getting more complex and maybe it's something I'm going to push for the future. When I'm less occupied, when I'm done with this stuff I'm going to. But for now, exoplanets, I think, is an area that is getting enough relevance. Variable stars as well. We can do a lot of populations of the database already existing, get our light curves, publish them in reputable journals. Since we already have the machinery to help with the data analysis, the data reduction, and developing the right kinds of things. Then also learn or learn how to get this data, how to extract them, how to reduce them, and also how to write publish them to also give us that visibility that we need. Because we all need to come together to do things that can help boost this our little community. We don't know how far we can go. We end up doing things that can skyrocket our potential. And we are able to get things done in bigger ways and starting small and progressing till we get where we need to get. So I think that's what my interest lies in. It's a permanent variable stars. Thank you.
Thanks, Tameka. From what I understood, it sounds like you kind of like a little bit of everything. Your primary kind of interest is star formation and evolution, or galaxy formation evolution. But for now, you're happy to work on data from from our Stone Edge Observatory, so that we can work on projects with SEO on, again, like time variable things like exoplanets and other things. Are you guys still working with Matt, or?
Yeah, well, but actually we're having he has written us once, but he got involved in a new job, so he's trying to settle in, and also he told us that as soon as he gets, he's very fast trained, as soon as he gets a break in between, maybe spring or any of the breaks in between, that we still come together and see the little we can do within the short time. So we are just, in the waiting, hoping that we get through a little bit, then we can proceed. There are still a lot of work to do with him, but it's just the time. And I think at this point, maybe with one or two more this thing, we don't have to wait for him. We can just be doing the work and probably send to him to go through. I think we're getting to that point. So we are doing fine. Just hoping that he comes to get through again, and we can continue from there. So it's still ongoing, but on hold for now.
Okay, thanks, Tameka. So we still haven't heard from three people. Chioma, do you want to give your thoughts? If you're trying to speak, you're muted. Okay. Let's circle back to Chioma then, and I see we still have Musa.
Chioma, are you there?
Yes.
I don't.
Emeka has said it all. I think I give into his idea.
Achu, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, got you. I can hear you. Welcome.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I want to commend the effort put together to have this meeting. I am a little bit late, so I didn't get the major essence of the meeting. But from what I get to understand from what we are saying is, we are about to use a telescope to carry out some new research. And the first thing which I think I've come to understand about telescope is, number one, we look at the specification of a telescope and the objects which they can be used for during observations. And I think that has been established already. And the most prominent of all, from what we have said, is the maybe star formation, maybe variable star, since it's an optical telescope. I think a 3.5 meter diameter. For me, I think we can look at new areas in physics. We can look at new areas in physics. Probably we can look at, like the person said, exoplanets. If we can focus on exoplanets very well, see how we can modify our observational skill on detecting exoplanets with a telescope. I think that would be a very nice, nice area, because these are the current areas which researchers are working on currently, trying to find out, is there life elsewhere or something like that. So if we focus on exoplanets, we try to look at them properly, maybe for a period of time, observe their emotion and whatever it is we can get from them. Then we can also see how to improve our observational capability to pinpoint them and accurately get information from them that we can publish in a reputable journal, like we said. That is one area. Then number two, there was something you said about the skills required for data analysis, and you said you have already those tools available. So I wanted to say, in my own opinion, that we can also concentrate on organizing some form of, should I say, a little training on you see a slide or some kind of a workshop or something to help us understand how to do the data analysis ourselves. I remember vividly the last time I was on the group, I tried to join the observation and I couldn't because I lacked the know-how. Then I tried to contact one or two persons to get me some information and I find out I was still unable to really flow along. Yeah, so if it's possible that for some of us who are joining us, the new people who are going to be joining us, we can find a way to set up some form of training where we can, in detail, let us understand how these observations are done. I'm not trying to say I'm pulling us back because I know we are going to be having new members coming in on a regular basis and they want to understand the science we are doing and how it is done. And from what I've heard, many of us are looking at data analysis, big data. This other guy was talking about using Python to do data analysis. We have so many astrophysical tools. We have AstroPy, which is a Python package. We also have these other visualization tools in astrophysics and other little astrophysical tools that we use for data analysis. If there is a way we can, I'm not saying this will be the primary essence of our gathering, but we can set up maybe once in a week where we can do some little training like that so that those of us who are joining and others who may be joining can have an idea how the science is being done. Because for me, I think the most interesting thing about astronomy is knowing how the science is being done, knowing how the results are being obtained. For me, that is the most interesting thing, because then on your own, you can be able to do it even when you have a smaller telescope with you. For now, I know we are using a big telescope, but in the future, if you find yourself in an observatory where they have such telescope or materials, you can be able to do these things comfortably because you know the science, you know the techniques on how to do it. So alongside we trying to observe most of these objects that we have talked about, I was thinking we can, in between our meetings, organize a little training that can just help new people understand how the science is done. Maybe somebody can maybe give us some slide or something that can help us. And that way also, it can also boost our interest in astrophysics, because once you know the science, it sustains your interest and you can also know and feel happy that you're also part of the people bringing out new results and new findings in the field. I think this is the area I will have to come in. Every other thing that I needed to say, I think has been exhausted by the speakers and I don't have much to say. So that is my own point of view for now. Then also as regard to the training, you can also help us with basically some system specification, or because some of us have some systems that may not necessarily be able to handle some of these. Then if you can guide us also in the system, which of the operating system will be best to work with. Like I said, I don't want to take us back, but I think we just need to lay background a little bit so that those who are coming in can also follow alongside what we are doing. Thank you. This is what I have to say for now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Godson. So we have thought about this a lot because we know that people are joining and at different times and you know, everyone needs to get caught up to some extent. So we did create a Google Classroom that tells us everything about the observatory, an introduction to the observatory, additional, I mean, I can like share my screen show you. And I think most people here have access to it. But you can see that there's a variable stars course with different resources. There's introduction to SEO. So you can like click on the slides and you can see everything about it. There's, if you want to fill out assessments, you can. This is just to help us understand what kind of skills you guys need help with. And then there's also like additional resources, like we use the Bash shell this one doesn't have, oh yeah, so we use the Bash shell quite a bit. So here there's like a YouTube video that it was a recording of one of our sessions that goes over that. There's quite a bit here, actually, making color images with DXIM, etc. So I would encourage everyone who wants something like what Godson was talking about to look through here first. And if they see if it's not enough, or if it's missing something, or if you want more information, or if you need help figuring out which presentation to look at or which slides to look at, you can definitely reach out to us and we can help guide you in that direction. But I think Adam will post a link, and I think everyone should will be able to get access. But there's quite a bit of good information here, and a lot of it is SEO centric, like Stone Edge Observatory centric. So a lot of it is related to the telescope that we're using.
I see. I think there's a lot of information here which are very, very helpful.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you have it, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll look at the information, then we'll follow up. Thank you very much, Amanda.
Yeah. And yeah, as Eugene said, also, like, once you're doing a project, in my view, and it took me a long time to figure this out, but in my view, the best way to learn something is to try to do it. So I remember when I was learning how to do Python, and I was reading a lot about it, and when I tried to do it, I wasn't able to actually like code quickly or efficiently or whatever. It was only once I started like trying to write different scripts and different codes in Python and other like Bash and whatever, that my skills really started to grow much faster than just kind of reading about it. So there's definitely things that, like, learning about the observatory is definitely something that you want to read. But things like coding and Python and all of this, those are the things that, in my opinion, I would say forget about the reading, just pick a project and start on it and do it. And that will make your skills grow the fastest. And it's counterintuitive. It took me a long time to get to that point of feeling comfortable with that. But it really is just the way it is. Most of physics, I think in general, it's fastest to learn just by doing it. We still didn't hear from Musa, so sorry, Musa. If you want to say something, if you have something to say, feel free.
Right. Hi, everyone. I was waiting when I'll be given the opportunity to speak.
Sorry about that.
Thank you very much. I think this is very wonderful for me. Mr. Godson has said everything on, and every other person has spoken. He has also touched a lot about the things that I wanted to say. But I just want to highlight the fact that just getting into astronomy, like for some of us who are just beginners, so to speak, it looks so difficult. Because the last time I attended the Astronomical Society of Nigeria annual conference, what I met there at the conference were images. I didn't know how that got to be. So that is the reason why when I got knowledge of a gathering like this, it piqued my interest. The most important thing is to know the science and try to prove them yourself. And just like you rightly pointed out, it is when you pick up the project that you are able to learn faster. I also experienced that when trying to learn Python. It is just on a general note, when you just read about it, watch YouTube videos, but it is when you want to try something out, right? You really build your skills and then it is channeled in one direction. For me, I would be interested in any research in exoplanets on a personal basis. And then in terms of data analysis using Python, I would also be interested in that. And also, I don't know if the telescope you guys I see is optical or radio telescope or telescope, because well, from my major interest in this is in radio astronomy. If the telescope you have is radio telescope already, so that would be wonderful. And also analysis of data from professional telescopes using maybe astronomical tools like astronomical image processing system, AIPS, Myriad. I would also want to learn that and then be involved in any project that will help me build my skills in that direction. And then I don't know if the resource persons can touch on visual observatory tools, SIMBA, LG, TopLight. I already have DS9, because I saw that in the slide as we're moving it. I started learning that last year, but I dropped it. How to use it, and then some maybe Vizier database, how to get data from these databases, if it is related to that database, and maybe the source you were trying to understand is found out how to do all these things. I would be very, very interested. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. And everyone of you for listening. Thank you.
Thanks, Musa. And do you prefer that we call you Musa or Emmanuel?
Okay, if Musa will be a challenge, Emmanuel is fine.
No. Musa is good. I want to call
Musa
you
is fine.
by the name you prefer.
Yeah, Musa is fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, did we hear from everyone? Does anybody else want to say anything else, any additional thing?
Okay, thank you, Amanda, for that, and thank you everyone for that contribution. I just want to say, because of everything I've heard, just like a form of summary from my own perspective. I'm looking at it as we're doing observational astronomy using the telescope we already have, and then we're trying to now do science also by getting already observed data from database. So I think it's just what seems to be what everybody's just trying to talk about here. Like, we're trying to make do of our own telescope, as well as we're trying to get data from other from observations made by other telescope and stored in database. So that's the idea of trying to do astro query and data analysis visualization will still coming in that direction, as well as we try to learn the skills by doing observation with our own telescope. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Eugene. Yeah, all of those are everything that you guys mentioned, sounds reasonable, sounds achievable. And I think they're all good ideas. Let's, I think maybe we should try to figure out the best way, knowing all of this information. We'll try to consolidate it and figure out the best way to move forward. I wanted to ask if anybody here is also interested in like machine learning. If you are, I would highly encourage you. Some of you guys are already in this group, but I would highly encourage you to join the Deep Skies group. It's another Slack space where people talk a lot about machine learning, and it's relevant because machine learning is up and coming. It's a big thing. Having skills in it will make you valuable in tech in general. And it's a good tool to use for big data. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in that, to join the Deep Skies Slack space. And to do that, let me just send the let me send the application. Okay. So it's in the chat. So if you wanted to join that space, it's interesting. They have journal clubs. We have like an educational journal club too, where we go over like different techniques in machine learning. But otherwise, yeah, I think they're all good ideas. Let's consolidate that information and figure out the best way to move forward. If there's any particular data set apart from StoneEdge that you would like to work with, please send that information to us. So like Hubble data set or James Webb data set, or there's some public dark energy survey data sets. So there's a lot of good public data out there. If there's anything apart from SEO that you would like to work with, please let us know. And other than that, I don't know, Adam, do you have any, kind of been talking a lot, sorry. Adam, do you have any thoughts apart from that?
Not really, to be honest. I do think we have a good starting point, so I think that will be good to go from here. Oh, the Deep Sky, oh, yeah. And then, yeah, otherwise, I've got nothing else.
Okay, Nameka, do you want to finish off the meeting then?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everyone, for bringing up all these ideas. And believe that by the time we itemize and put them together, consolidate, then we'll have a takeoff point. Then we can isolate the ones we can start up immediately. Because I believe it's all about doing it over and over to get better results. And our target is at least to have target of what we want to do, how many publications you're getting, and we shouldn't miss ASP this year. We missed that of last year, and I felt we shouldn't have, but then since we are back, we don't have to miss that of this year. And also the presentation for 2021, I don't think I've seen it in the proceedings yet. I've been trying to check the website for some time. I don't know if it was finally published, because I know we submitted the paper, I think. Then aside that, also, we also need to discuss when we are meeting next, so that we can put that in mind. We said it was going to be bi-weekly. So I don't know if we're starting bi-weekly immediately, or we consolidate it, we stabilize a little before moving into bi-weekly. Left for me, as I said, we probably meet again next week, then take the break for Easter, then meet in 2 weeks time. Since 2 weeks from now is Easter Tuesday, I know that some people will not be on ground. Maybe traveled for the short Easter holiday, so we can meet again next week to start off on come together and see what we have done so far, what we're going to put together. Then take 1 week off, then start the Tuesday after Easter Tuesday. I think that will help us instead of losing out. Okay, I don't know. We'll just talk about it.
I agree with you, Nameka. I think it would be, since we don't have any action items other than for us, like for Adam, I, and to consolidate the information, we can meet next week, because just to get started, and then take off for Easter and then meet after that. I agree with that.
Okay, thank you. Then aside that, we probably want to come for the next week and do. So just basically to have, say thank you to all those, and we hope that we will continue with this momentum and then forge ahead moving forward, so that we can as well, have a lot of things to account for before the year also, because we have all it takes, just the commitment and the effort. That's all that is left out. We already have a team as existing, so it will be difficult keying back into the process, because I can remember all those times we stayed up to work on papers to submit for proceedings, work on slides and all those. They all kept us on our toes. So I think we can also move back with that energy and proceed. So I think that's all I want to say for now.
I also wanted to ask really quickly, I know we're coming up already, we're past the hour, but I wanted to ask about the data. Is everyone here at NASDRA, or most of you here at NASDRA, do you get access to the internet there without having to pay for it?
Okay, for those of us here at NASDAQ, we make use of our personal internet but they are working on, the management is working on something, but it's not been commissioned yet. So for now, we still make use of our personal data. But we are hopeful that probably before the year runs out, we have the central internet that all of us can have access to from the office. So it's work in progress. But we don't know before it's commissioned. We don't know how long. So for now, we still have personal data.
I see. Okay. Is there, if you come across any local like grant opportunities that we can apply to potentially fund data, please let us know, so that we can like submit those and try to make sure that it's not a barrier to do the work. Yeah.
Okay.
We're keenly aware of this, but we don't have a good solution to figure out how to make sure everyone has data. So yeah, if there's any opportunities, please send them our way so that we can apply to them.
Okay, that's no problem. Thank you for offering that option. So we are hopeful that as we progress, probably things will be getting better this time.
Thanks, Nameka.
I think we've exhausted our points for today, and maybe we can adjourn, except someone else has anything else to say. If you have any other contribution, and just take the next 1 minute to do that. Then we can adjourn till next Tuesday.
Sounds good. I will I will save the recording and upload it to YouTube, and I will send the link in the WhatsApp channel.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much, Adam.
Sorry, I don't know whether the links you been sent to the chat, if they could also be sent to Slack channel. Maybe I'm trying to log in to check if I'm still on Google Classroom, but I don't know whether my internet is okay. So I will still try it at home. But if you end this class, I may not be able to access those links again. So maybe we could just send it again to Slack channel just for a reminder, or in case I can access it next time.
Yeah, will do.
Okay.
Thank
so,
you very much.
All right. So, Amanda, Peter is asking
You
what
wicked
to
man.
discuss in the next meeting. But I think from what we have discussed so far, Adam and Amanda would help to streamline the possible things we can do based on our recommendations and expectations and what we've talked about. Then by next meeting, we'll have a more straightforward approach towards that. So I think that's it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you
Thank
guys
you,
all
everybody.
next week.
Okay. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.